And we are back after a week break for the Sports and Stuff podcast, covering all the best in high school basketball here in the Valley. And we got a guy, not necessarily in the Valley of Phoenix, but he is still a part of Arizona, out in Vail, Arizona. We got 6'3" combo guard Gabe Proctor from Cienega High School, way down south. How you doing today, man? Thank you for taking time out of your Saturday.
Of course, I'm doing good, doing great.
How we usually started off. How was your summer for you? You're talking about you played for Pangos South. And so how's your summer been for club? And then what's it been like for your school team as well?
My summer for club was very good. Went to a lot of good tournaments, got a lot of exposure. I played with pretty much my high school team. So just, building chemistry and, getting us going and, just hoping we have a good season.
So what was it like? What type of tournaments did you guys play in? Any big ones closer to like in the Phoenix area, or what was kind of the landscape of what you guys did this summer?
We played in a couple Phoenix ones, a couple Phoenix Rising tournaments, and we played in California at the San Marcos tournament up there, played some pretty good talent. That was,
Your club team is pretty much your school team. Did you guys participate in any fall league stuff the last month or so?
No, we didn't. But we went to go play up in the showcase up in Phoenix.
Okay.
I think you were. I think I'm on.
Oh, was it at Willow?
Yeah, the Willow Canyon one.
Ah, damn! I wish I could have come and watched you guys play. I was there for a couple of hours in the afternoon, but if I knew you guys were going to be there, I would have come and watched. Let's get into your school team though. You guys finished 10-11, lost in the first round of the playoffs. Had a tough year, but a lot of big wins. I got your schedule up right now. You beat Desert View by a lot of points. You beat Sabino in a good win, and Douglas as well by like 30 plus. Even though you finished under 500, still a lot of positives to take from this past season. What were some of the takeaways you had last year that made you want to have a bigger senior year, more exciting senior year?
Just one of the takeaways I had was just building up my confidence. Last year I didn't have very much confidence on the court, but coming into this year I wanted to get my numbers up and just have a good senior season. So one thing I took away was being confident with like whether or not things go my way. Just being confident and trying to impact the game as much as I can, whether that's scoring, assists, defense, rebounds. It's pretty much what I took away from last year.
Yeah, absolutely. There are a couple of big wins you guys had: 68-29 against Douglas, like I said, 81-51 against Nogales, 63-33 against Desert View, 63-60 against Fairfax. What were some of the takeaways from that game? What was the message your coaches were telling you throughout the year? Even though you guys finished 500 in the regular season, what were the kind of mentality you guys had as a team collectively?
So just our mentality was, just to play a good brand of basketball, pretty much. Like, just go out there and kill everybody, and whether that be winning by a lot, just go out and play our brand of basketball. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much. And coach that said that as well. Just go out there and play basketball. Run what he gives us and just do our best. And win or lose, we're still working at it. And just that was pretty much it.
What was the biggest achievement you felt you guys did as a team? You talked about like on the defensive end, you played hard. Just to keep the same mentality throughout the year constantly by our coaching staff. But what would you say was the biggest achievement you guys accomplished last year?
The biggest achievement we had last year was probably when we made it to the playoffs, honestly, because we weren't expected to make it to the playoffs. A lot of people thought like we weren't that good at first. So I think the biggest achievement was getting there and kind of proving everybody wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we're just proving everybody wrong, and we're gelling together as a team pretty much.
Has playing in summer with your guys from your school, with your club team, has that helped a lot of chemistry stuff last year? I didn't really get to watch you guys play last year, but I'm sure being able to, have all of last year and then the summer and then now in preparation for this upcoming year, has the chemistry built a lot? Has the, I guess, confidence in each other built a lot of trust built throughout this last pretty much calendar year?
Yeah, definitely. Our chemistry definitely went up way more than it was last year. Just the way we know where we are on the court, where everybody is on the court. You know what I'm saying? So, we know where to put the ball. We know guys' strengths, weaknesses. We play to our strengths, and just yeah. So our chemistry is definitely better than last year.
I'm glad to hear it. You talked about, making it to the playoffs was your biggest accomplishment. Unfortunately, you lost to Horizon, who's out here in Scottsdale. Long drive for you guys to be able to come and play a playoff game. 68-55 was the final score of that game. Take me through that game. What were some of the takeaways for you, as far as strengths and weaknesses for you guys?
One of the takeaways for me was kind of being confident, just, getting the ball, knowing what to do with it. Because Horizon, they're a good defensive team. Their help defense is incredible. So playing them last year, I definitely saw the court way better and pretty much, knowing that we can compete with these teams, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad we got to play somebody like that. And for this year, coming up. So we're going to be good.
Yeah. Let's talk about you for a little bit. You played Pango South, you said was the team, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, hold on. What'd you say?
I said, yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, cool. My bad. It kind of cut out for a second. We'll cut it out. So you played for Pango South. What things have you focused on most this off season to make a statement, as your confidence is building for a big senior year?
Working on my guard skills more, because last year I was just a big man, didn't get the ball up top, didn't get to do any guard stuff. But I was working on guard stuff all summer, in the gym with John, him developing my game and showing me what I should be doing and what I shouldn't, and just helping me throughout the process. So definitely working on my guard skills, finishing better at the rim, adding a little bit more finishes to my game, and being a lot faster on the defensive end, getting to loose balls, sliding, defensive slides all the time. So pretty much just working on everything, a little bit of everything.
So it's funny you say you like working on your guard skills, because usually even in JUCO ball I've seen, a guy like at your height, 6'3", you would be that, combo guard, even lead guard too, depending on how skillful you are. And I'm sure I looked at kind of your roster. You're one of the taller guys on your team, which is difficult. When I played club ball, I was 5'11", and they made me play the big because everybody else was smaller than me. And I'm 5'11". I can't be guarding these freaking 6'4" kids. I'm getting destroyed. Was it a struggle for you last year having to play more of that big position, or did you just kind of embrace it and say this is what has to be done right now? It doesn't necessarily define how the type of game I like to play.
Yeah, it was definitely hard. I like to play an all-around game. You know what I'm saying? So playing the guard, it was a little bit harder, or playing the big was a little bit harder. But if I had to do it for the team, that's what I got to do. You know what I mean? So not getting the ball down low very much in the post really played a factor as well. We were a shooting team last year. We like to shoot the ball a lot. So but this year I think it's a little differently. So.
Yeah, a lot of wins that you guys have, you're scoring over 60 points, which is pretty impressive for a team that, was finished 10-11. I mean, it's a lot of teams that finish in that 10-11, 9-12 range. I mean, they're going to be only scoring probably 40 to 50 points a game. But you're 6'3", you're going to be taking over a larger role for Cienega this year. What can we expect out of Gabe Proctor?
You can expect a lot this year. You can expect a lot of improvement from last year. So a lot of guard, big, playing in and out, from the post to the guard position, and you can expect leadership definitely this year. I'm definitely going to be a big leader this year, and and hopefully expect the state championship.
Yeah, I love the mentality. Um, I want to talk a little bit about just basketball in the area that you are in. For a lot of people that are going to listen to this, I'm sure they've never really heard of Cienega. I honestly, I had no clue where Vale is before we started talking before I had you on how to look. I had to look up where it was. Um, I want to talk about though the basketball scene down south. You know, you're closer to that Tucson area. Of course,
Yeah.
that is the home of U of A, which is a top 25 program in the country. What is the basketball scene like high school wise in the southern area, southern region of where you are?
It's very good. We have a lot of good teams out here. South Point, you got, Tucson High, all these other schools out here. It's very competitive. I mean, a lot of people may not know, about us and stuff like that, but down here it's very competitive. We like to get after it. You know what I'm saying? So it's very competitive, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Um, let's talk a little bit more about how you play and if there's anybody you try to play like. You talk about you like to get after it on both ends of the floor. If that's creating, if that's defending at the highest level you can. What is one word you would say best describes how you play?
I think one word to describe how I play is very energetic. I'm an energetic, very energetic player. I let my emotions out on the court. So I'm everything. I let it all out on the court. So very energetic, very energetic.
Are you a trash talker? A lot of guys I've had on, say they don't necessarily talk unless someone says something to them. You talk about how you're energetic and like to throw your emotions on the court.
Yeah.
Do you talk to people on the court? Do you talk to like fans in the stand? Like I want to hear somebody that like is going back and forth with people.
I definitely talk a lot, definitely during the game, especially to the fans. The fans, I love the fans. They're funny, so I definitely talk back and forth with them a little bit. I don't let it get to my head though. I don't let it get to my head.
I absolutely love it. Do you take more pride on the defensive side of the ball or the offense? You're going to be trying to probably create for a lot of your teammates this year, with the larger role you're creating. You talk about letting your emotions out on the floor, giving everything you have pretty much on the floor, and I love that in a high school player, honestly. But do you take pride more on the defensive side of the ball or the offensive?
Definitely defensive. Defense really gets me going, and that's how my offense starts going. Playing defense. I like guarding the biggest player out there. Because just with my size and my height, I like guarding like the biggest player or their most skilled player. So definitely the defense gets me going on offense for sure.
Is there anybody you try to play like? You talk about kind of the skill set you have, the kind of characteristics, I guess you could say you have: energetic, passionate, emotional. Sounds a lot like Patrick Beverly, but is there anybody you try to play like either at the collegiate or in the league?
A lot of people say Draymond Green. It's funny, but yeah, Draymond Green. I guess he I guess he doesn't score a lot, but he likes to play defense, and he gets his teammates the ball, and he knows his role. So I would say Draymond Green.
Hopefully, you don't punch anybody in the face on your team this year. Is there anything you try to take away from Draymond's game? He's a 4-time champ, defensive player of the year. He's one of the most vocal people, not just on the court, but also in the media now as well. He loves to create for his teammates, kind of using that, not necessarily off-ball screen, but that high pick and roll with either Steph or Clay, kick it. And then like his court vision is honestly some of the best I've ever seen. Is there anything you try to take away from Dre's game to add to yours?
His court vision for sure. His court vision, I try to take away from him, and just his mindset. I see a lot of things on the internet about Draymond Green. His mindset really gets to me. So just the way he thinks and the way he reacts to things, and I really like, just like his vision and how he creates for his teammates.
So you averaged 5.5 a game, an assist, 4.5 rebounds last year. Senior year coming up. What goals have you set for yourself to be able to reach this year, and what could be a huge season for you?
I want to average a double a game at least. Points, rebounds, and have over at least 5 assists a game. So that's definitely something I'm definitely striving for. But the double is the most important to me. Just getting the points and the rebounds, and then defensively getting more steals this year. Getting more steals and being more vocal as a leader. So that's pretty much all I got for mine.
What things have you worked on this offseason to be able to make those goals achievable? I've had a lot of people on here and, they talk about just like 25 a game, 20 a game, 10 assists. I want to do this and that. What things have you worked on this kind of off season? We're about a month away from the season now. What things have you said? What things have you done, put in place, either on like a weekly schedule, daily schedule, to be able to make those goals you've set for yourself achievable?
Working on finishing and working on what's what work. I work on a lot of ball handling and just a lot of stuff I do like on the court, and talking to my guys as well. Like I let them know like, hey, like if I don't I'm not looking to score the whole time. I'm looking to get you guys opportunities, and whatever y'all need me to do, I'm there for it. You know what I'm saying? So just being a leader mostly. Just everything else like kind of falls in line when I'm playing like our game, our version of basketball. So just in the gym all the time with my guys, just building our chemistry and trying our best to get it this year.
What goals have you set as a team? As a team that finished 10 and 11, a lot of people are probably not expecting you to not do incredible, not be up in the ranks of the Ironwoods, the NDPs, Brophy, DM, Perry, all the schools. What things have you said as a team that you guys know you can achieve this year?
Winning the region, definitely winning the region and going undefeated this year. We have set that goal since we started this summer, so going undefeated this year, and it is doable. We've seen the teams that we're going to play, and if we play how we usually play, then, it's very doable. And yeah, it's pretty much like all we set this year, getting to that chip and winning the region first and then keep climbing that ladder.
One of the last questions I have for you before I let you go, I'm having Canyon Torres from South Point on tomorrow. He'll be the Wednesday episode. You're going to be the Monday.
Okay.
Who is the rival for you? Is it South Point? What's kind of the rivalry scene? Who are you most looking forward to playing against this upcoming year?
Definitely South Point. Canyon Torres, that's one of my guys, man. So, we all know each other. So that's definitely a rivalry. We lost them last year by 3. So we're definitely looking to change that this year. Last year they had, Dylan Baker and all those good guys. And, we're looking definitely to make a statement with them, playing them. And it's got to be one of our biggest rivals for sure.
It's just so interesting, that kind of landscape. I know South Point, I think, was in the state title game last year, right?
They were.
Against Mesquite and Nate Calmise, which I know Nate had a lot of hype around him last year at looking at one of the best guards. Before I let you go, I want to talk about the South Point. They beat you guys last year. Sorry to say it, but it's kind of my job to talk about this stuff. Where is it? I think 46-43.
Yep.
Okay. What can we expect in that game this upcoming year?
A lot of energy that game. When we play South Point, it's always a good game. A lot of people come out to that game. So expecting this year, expecting a lot of back and forth. A lot of trash talk, a lot of points on the board, and it's definitely gonna be a game. It's gonna be a defensive game, offensive. It's gonna be an all around game for sure.
You talk about how Canyon, and it seems like a lot of the guys in the basketball scene here, a lot of y'all know each other, either playing with each other on club, playing against each other on club, just becoming friends over the years. I do want to ask though, I don't know if you necessarily know these guys, but seeing guys, like Benedict Matherin, who I know he's from Canada, but played at U of A. Dalen played at Corona, is in the league. Ty played in the AIA system, but then went to Compass Prep and blew up. He's in the league. Shaden at Dream City, from Canada, but played in Arizona. He's in the league now. Jabari Walker, I think, too, was another guy that played in Arizona, now in the league as well with Portland. Seeing all these guys that, made it to the next level in college, but now we're all picks in the first round, second round of the league. Has that motivated you at all? Not just to be able to say like, oh yeah, I can make the league, but like it is doable to make it at the next level if you just put the work in.
Yeah, if you put the work in, you got a good mindset, anything's doable for you. You know what I'm saying? So just, they definitely inspired me for sure. Just seeing what they're doing, and, it gives me more drive, to do what I do, and, put on the basketball court. So yeah, it definitely gives me motivation.
Well, Gabe, I appreciate you coming on. I got one last question for you. You said Cienega is a Jordan Nike school, because a lot of your teammates had Jordan and Nikes. Favorite on court shoe. What's some heat we're going to see this upcoming year with you for the Cienega Bobcats?
Man, I rock a lot of Puma. I'm not gonna lie. I like definitely, it's definitely something I wear a lot. I got like 3 pairs of them. So I might be pulling out some new ones. Maybe go to Adidas. I'm thinking about Adidas right now. Adidas, maybe go, because I don't think we're really a brand school, but maybe Adidas, or if we have to, I'm probably gonna be rocking the Mellows for sure.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you do need like a Jordan shoe, I think it's the 36, Jordan 36.
I heard a lot of
that Jason Tatum wore last year. I saw those in person, and I don't even hoop that much, but I'm like, I might need to buy a pair just to have a pair because they're pretty sick. But can't wait to watch you play this year, Gabe. And love being able to chop it up. Anyone you want to shout out? Anything you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Definitely shout out to John Milliard, man. That's definitely John, Coach John, of course, and everybody on the Cienega coaching staff, of course.
Well, Gabe, I appreciate you coming on. Super excited to watch you play this year. Either if you're in the Valley, I 100% need to come and watch you play. But if there's a big game down south, I might need to pop down for a night. But I appreciate you coming on and chopping it up, and wish you nothing but the best of luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.